Okay, we back. We go into Psalms 28th chapter, and we're going to read verse 4. Psalms 28 and 4. Give them according to their deeds, and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. You hear what it said? This payback. Give them according to their deeds, according to the things that you have done, and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. The wickedness that you're doing, especially you that call yourself being in the truth and going outside being wicked, breaking the Most High's laws. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. According to the wickedness of what you're doing that's wicked, fulfill what it is that the Most High says in His law when you, all of your wickedness of your endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. Verse 7, the Most High is my strength and my shield. My heart, my mind trusts in Him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart, which is your mind, the way you think, greatly rejoices. And with my song will I praise Him. It's praise. All these are songs, but listen what He's saying in them. Man. Verse 9, save thy people and bless thy inheritance. Feed them also and lift them up forever. The Most High got to lift us up, y'all. He got to do this. We're not going to be able to do it ourselves. We got to be ready. Because you're going to see it happen. But it's going to be through the hand of the Most High. On the real. Let's look at Psalms 29. No, I want Proverbs. Salaki, I think I want Proverbs. Salaki, I think I want Proverbs. In the wrong book. Proverbs 28 and 4. Proverbs 28 and 4, Salakia. But, you know, I still broke it down, but Proverbs 28 and 4. It say, they that forsake the law, praise the wicked. That's deep. Because you look at how they say we're not under the law, but we're under mercy and grace. But we're not under the law. And they have a problem with saying that we under the law. Something's wrong with that picture. Something definitely is wrong with that. Because y'all know that's what they say. We not under the law. We under mercy and grace. So something wrong with that picture. It said, they that forsake the law, praise the wicked. Praise the wicked. So when you say you're not under the law, you praising the wicked. And when we read Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? And I showed you Bibles where everybody in the Bible is a so-called white man. And nobody gonna judge more so than the Most High. And they put in there that showing that the Most High is a so-called white man. Mashiach Yahushua, the world called Jesus Christ, is a so-called white man. All the children of Israel, until this day, Jewish people saying that who they are who? The Jews when they're not. Mashiach Yahushua said in Revelation 2 and 9 that they're the synagogue of Satan. Revelation 3 and 9, same thing. You see, so it's saying they that forsake the law of the Most High praise the wicked. Because the wicked, what did he just say? They just said, As for the way of the Most High, and of my second Shai, when salvation, righteousness is coming on this earth, we have not known it. That's the wicked. They say Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7, we weird ourselves in a way of wickedness. Stop there. So, they that forsake the law, praise the wicked. You don't want to do what the law says, you praise the wicked. Not the Most High. You praise, that's your God, the God of this world. That's your power. They that forsake the law, praise the wicked. But such as keep the law, contend with them. Well, that's why we contend with them. They're not going to follow the law. We already know what Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7 said. You got to contend with them having these things that they have put on us so that we won't follow the law of the Most High. Because they know we're in captivity. You know the Most High turned his face away from us. For what? For our iniquity, for breaking his laws. So you think they're going to show you the right way? Say, as for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. What part of that y'all don't understand? All the learning, all the teaching that you're doing, in the end, they're going to say, we have not known it. We just read it in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. Jump up to verse 7. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men shameth his father. Not going to follow the law. Verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, just keep saying law, law, law. That's why it's coming out as it is in the spirit. Law, the law, the law. We under the law, we under the law, we under the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. That bothers him. That irks him. Try it. You'll see. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, start talking about the law to people. That will eliminate a lot of people. At least you'll find out if they're right. Listen, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, they don't want to hear the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. You turn your ear away from hearing the law or the Most High, even your prayer is an abomination. Ask, you believe in the law? Nope. Okay, well, you can't pray for me. Your prayer is abomination. Straight up. Try it. Believe me, you'll see. I'm not saying what I'm saying, not with the experience. Verse 10. Whoso causes the righteous to go astray is in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. So that's why, that's conclusion of the whole matter when it tells you how Revelation 12 and 17, Revelation 12 and 17, when we know in verse 12 it say the devil know he got a short time coming out with much wrath because he know he have a short time. So let's see what Revelation 12 and 17 says. The conclusion, we just heard the conclusion right there. So let's look at what Revelation 12 and 17 says. And the dragon was the serpent, who was the devil, who is the beast, who is Esau, who is the Satan, the spirit of Satan, and the old serpent. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. When we read Jeremiah 6 and 2, I liken the daughter of Zion, who we are, the 12 tribes of Israel, to a comely, beautiful, and delicate woman, right? And the dragon was wroth with the woman. So everything is coming back to us, no matter what you, and how you look at it, what you want to make it to be, and seeing what's going on in this world, it still comes back to us. It don't affect us. Now it does. We the ones that got to make sure that we get whatever it is that need to be gotten, because it does affect us. You think about it, I can't really say because they already warned me about certain things. They're going to cut my channel off. So you read between the lines. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. That's us. Remnant of her seed, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because 2/3, they already got them. They already jabbed up. They already, they dealing with the plagues. Which keep the commandments of the Most High. There it is. Which keep the commandments of the Most High. Do the Christians keep the commandments of the Most High? Or any religion keep the commandments of the Most High? Name them. Name them. Name these religions that keep the commandments of the Most High and had a testimony of Mashiach Shai, according to thus said Mashiach Shai, the word of the Most High. From Genesis to Revelation and everything in between, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. What religion, if thou can say? That's talking about us. But, hallelujah, to the Most High, because he said, verse 10, whoso causes the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. Hear that? Gonna have good things in possession. That's right, because y'all don't get it twisted, y'all. You can have whatever it is that you can't think of, can't imagine. A lot of you probably don't even believe this. I'm gonna show you something. Go to Obadiah 17. The book right after Amos. There's only 21 books. 21 verses. It's the book of Obadiah. It's talking about Edom, the so-called white man. 21 verses. Verse 17, it says, but upon Mount Zion, representing the 12 tribes of Israel with Zion, shall be deliverance. Like we read in Wisdom of Solomon's 5th chapter. And there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So we're going to be filled with possessions now. That's coming. You talk about reparations, you can't get no bigger than that. Who was talking about? Verse 1, the visit of Obadiah, thus say the Most High power concerning Edom. See? So, this is where it is. Look at Proverbs 29 and 2. In the kingdom, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We're going to be happy. We're going to be happy. And don't get it twisted, because go to Isaiah 60. When the righteous are in authority, go to Isaiah 60. Look. Isaiah 60 and verse 21. We hold that in Proverbs. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous. See? They shall inherit the land. How long? Forever. The branch of my planting. See, the Most High going to plant us in our land. No man, listen. The branch of my planting. The Most High going to do this. The work of my hands, that I may be glorified. See, men done try to do certain things to glorify themselves. You hear what he said? It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of living power. The Most High going to do this. He said that he could be glorified. Not no man. Don't listen to man. Y'all can follow man if you want to. You say, cursed be the man that trusts in man and make flesh his arm. You better understand and overstand. That's what he said. So, he said, hey, thy people, 12 tribes of Israel, also that remnant that they're going to try and deal with, shall be all righteous. So now, in the kingdom, when the righteous are in authority, that's when we're going to be in authority. When the Most High plant us in our land, the people rejoice. We're going to be happy. Ain't going to be no more tears. No more sadness. No more anything that's abominable at all. Period. We're going to be all righteous. But when the wicked bear rule like they bear rule right now, the people mourn. Everybody sad. Mashiach Shah was sad. Whose kingdom he was in? Whose kingdom he was in? The Roman Empire? So-called white man empire? He said, hey, from the time of John the Baptist, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take us by force. He called them violent. They put him to death. What was the crime? I mean, don't you see many brothers that's been in prison for a long time are found to be innocent? They did a Mashiach Shah like that. Sure did, didn't they? What was his crime? So it says, Psalms 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, that's the kingdom, y'all. The people rejoice. You ain't gonna ever cry no more. So they're gonna wipe away all tears. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's why we in the condition we in, man. But we cause it ourselves now. I mean, I'm talking a lot of stuff, but we cause this on ourselves. You heard what he said. I will. That's the future. If we didn't look out for our family that will come behind us to let them know the truth. Just like right now, we don't know when the Most High is going to allow Mashiach Shai to set this righteousness on this earth, and it behooves anyone to try and learn the most powerful understanding in this world, and that is this truth. Nothing more powerful than this truth. But people can go this way, that way, or whatever. You can think whatever you want to do, but you don't have no solution to show me anything. Bring forth what I'm bringing forth. You showing you what's guaranteed to us. It was promised to us as the Israelites. Better than what it is that I can pull out of this Bible. If thou canst. Show me the past, the present, and the future. Show me what anything you can bring forth that ain't been plagiarized from the Bible that shows the beginning before there was any earth to the end when we gonna reign forever and ever and ever. What's your source that you can compare to the Bible? And a lot of you will say whatever you want to say because you don't know it. But I'm talking about you that claim to know it, whatever. Show me anything you have that you can compare to the Bible that's more important than what it is that we dealing with here. And we gonna rule forever and ever and ever. Say we're gonna own all their possessions. Y'all looking for reparations. Come on. He said in verse 7, we're gonna own everything. Hebrews 12:5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Most High, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. See, understand this, because the Most High wound and the Most High heal. But the Most High could be trying to get your attention because you're not, something is up with you that you ain't really seeing what you should see, so that you could be better. More you got to do. It's a lot of work. It's work. That's why I say you're going to open up the books. It's going to be, what did you do? You just look for yourself. That ain't what it's about. You got to look out for someone else. You got to look out what is this that you knowing all this here, how are you benefiting anybody for knowing this? Where your sacrifice at in the truth besides you learning for yourself or doing whatever you're doing for yourself? What if Mashiach Shai was like that? What if the prophets was like that? What if the apostles was like that? What would be? We wouldn't even have nothing to go by. We'd be sitting around dumbfounded, in darkness still, trying to figure it out. Look. But recognize, man, we have been disenfranchised from everything. Go to Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. In the law. Hear what the Most High says. See now, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. He said, I kill, and I'll make alive. See that? Most High said, he the one that killed people. He said, I'll make alive. He the one that bring a baby into this earth. I wound. So when you got pain and suffering and you wounded, he said, I'm the one that did it. The Most High say, I'm the one that did it. I wound and I heal. You wound, and he's the one that healed. I remember my doctor talking about, he the one that kept me alive all this time. You got to be out of your mind. You know I wasn't in that slide. I was like, everybody in that building heard me say, no, The Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob kept me alive. What you talking about? That's how they exalt themselves over the Most High. Better ask somebody. Hear what he said? I wound, and I'm healed. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So, when we understand this, that's why he said, Hebrews 12:5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. Children is innocent. That's why you should be able to take this in, and if not, I'm recorded, so you should be able to go over it so that you can change as the children of the Most High. Children are innocent until they be corrupted by some evil things that could be exposed to. But some of them are wicked and evil. So why he say you're going to kill them too. Ezekiel 9:4 down. I don't want you think I'm just, putting something out there. It said, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Most High. Right now, we got these plagues on the earth, and people are being chastened by the Most High, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Don't faint. Don't fall out of the truth. When you rebuked of the Most High, listen. For whom the Most High loveth, he chasteneth. Remember it said in 2 Ezra 9:22, said, let the multitude perish then. You don't want to be one of them that was born in vain. He said, and let my grape and my plant be kept, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So he's laboring, so yeah, we're going to be chastened. He going to check us. Remember he just said, I wound and I heal, I kill and I make alive. He said, for whom the Most High loveth, he chasteneth, and scourges every son whom he receiveth. That's why I said when you come to serve the Most High, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. But what it is that's being said here. If ye endure chastening, you endure the checking, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Come on, we read, remember it said Isaiah 53:10, it pleased the Most High to bruise his only begotten son as the only angel that he can call his son. The only angel that the son can call him his father, as we just read him praying to the Most High, Father. What other angel can call himself the son of the Most High? And the Most High gonna say, that's my son. What other angel can say that that's my father, the Most High? Most High made everything by Hamashiach Yahushai, the top angel. Now what angel gonna say that? That's what it says in Hebrews 1:5. Ask the question, ain't nobody answered yet, but y'all saying the sons of the Most High had sex with women in Genesis 5th chapter, but you ain't answered that question yet. That's a question that's being asked in Hebrews 1:5. Nobody answered it yet. But y'all go in there having people thinking that the sons of the Most High came down and had sex with women and created giants and all the things that you're saying that you're getting from where? It got to coincide with this Bible. Answer that question. That's why he said, if you endure chastening, Most High dealeth with you as with sons. We're sons of the Most High. Well, everybody know it. I'm not talking to you brothers and sisters that's just coming in. I'm talking to the ancients. Exodus 4:22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus say the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. You see? So we're the sons of the Most High. Those are the lineage of Enos, Seth's son. Because it said that's when men began to call on Yahweh by Hamashiach Yahushua. So let's go back to here. Hebrews 12:8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers. We all, hear what he said? Everybody gonna be checked. Everybody going through the fiery furnace of affliction. Nobody escaping that. You gonna be refined. Most I say he labored to make you perfect. He gonna chastise our butts over and over again until we get into that change that he wants to change and become a new creature, become a new man, a new woman, be born again. You know, all that's about changing our lifestyle to be an Israelite, to be the people of the book, learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. That's the hard part, to apply it in your life. That's what he's saying. So he's saying, but if ye be without chastisement, you don't want to go through this affliction. You don't want to go through the chastisement of the Most High. Who's doing it? Whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards. He said, you ain't none of my son, and you ain't none of my daughter. If you don't want to go through this chastisement, suffering, affliction, being refined, as silver is refined in the fiery furnace of affliction, then you ain't none of my son. You a bastard. Fatherless child. And not sons. Hear that? Woo. That's deep. What you think about that? Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence, you know. Or some man in the family jacked your butt up, you gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Because he said, I'll kill you. He said, I'll kill. Did he say, and live? Because let you know, he will kill you. But you being subject to the Father of spirits. That's, everything is spirits. Everything is spirits. Everything is spirits. He said, don't you want to be subject to the Father of spirits that can stop the evil spirits from jacking your butt up and bring righteousness to, just like one of my scriptures fasted, he dealt with Satan, dealt with the devil for all those 40 days. He kept coming to him with the law. He had to leave him alone. Then the angels came and ministered to him. Don't you want the angels, the righteous angels, to come to minister to you, to take care of you? Or you don't deal with them evil angels. Got a choice. Everything's a choice, right or wrong, up and down, in and out, on and off, righteous angels, wicked angels, evil angels. I mean, it is what it is. That's a choice you got to do. Which one you going to draw to you? That's what I said. Most High is what? The Father of spirits. The Father of angels. Remember, you make his angels spirits. Psalms 104:4. His minister is a flaming fire. That fire is the word of the Most High. And they right here on this earth waiting on the commandment of the Most. Man, y'all better act so, man. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all don't understand, I don't think. I see people playing around, and this the very last, this week. Man, we in the last days, man. Y'all better understand, this is as serious as it can be. Man. And it's sad because I hate that our people are not really taking this as serious as it is. Seeing all the things that's going on in the world, man, I pray that for Yasharallah is that, you know, we repent and understand what it is that we need to do to make it. Other than that, man, we're gonna be in bad shape. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. It's not gonna get worse from what the word says, I'm saying. You know, because the Most High will chastise your butt. He already said he killed, he make alive. Where you gonna be at? Look at Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter, and the 28th verse. Remember, he said he the Father of spirits, right? So maybe some of you might notice, and you notice it don't bother you until he come and deal with you. It's a fearful thing. The Father has a living power. Listen to what he said. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. The Most High, the Father of spirits, right? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury, it don't sound like a lot of love, in their fury, lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. They will appease the wrath of the Most High power. Fire, now he's naming them, fire and hail and famine, food shortages. We in that now. And death, a lot of deaths right now. Most of them I've ever seen in my life. I've never given out that many condolences that I've given out from last year to this year. And death, all these were created for vengeance. He ain't finished yet. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, poisonous snakes, and the sword. The sword is the gun. Punishing the wicked to destruction. So when you want to go off, the Most High, who is the Father of spirits, gonna punish the wicked to destruction. Especially we that the Most High called to know more of him than anyone else. You're that important to him that he's laboring to make you perfect. They shall rejoice in his commandments. These spirits, these angels, they're going to rejoice in his commandments. And they shall be ready upon earth. You hear that? They're right here already. Where? Upon earth. They're going to be ready upon earth. When need is. Whenever he have a need for them. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. They're going to do exactly what he's telling them to do. The Father of spirits controls the spirits, the angels, the spirits of vengeance. Hebrews 12:9. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits? The Father of those spirits of vengeance that I just read to you, that's on this earth, ready for the commandment of the Most High to do his will, to bring forth his vengeance upon whomever. Should we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? You know, they will put you to death. But they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure. That's our fathers. For their own pleasure. Correcting us. But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. You hear that? You be chastened. And you realize you did something wrong. So you most like chasten you. Then you come back to righteousness. And you try and not keep doing the same thing over and over again, or else he already told you. Go back a few chapters. Hebrews 10:26. He told you this already. You're supposed to already know this because this is before Hebrews 12 chapter, right? He already told us this. Hebrews 10:26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth. You know what the truth is, and you in the truth, as you say. and you sin willfully, after that you have had received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. Mashiach ain't going to the Most High for you on your behalf. You on your own. That's what he's saying. You on your own. Hebrews 6 and 4. Hebrews 6 and 4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit, understanding the word of the Most High, and have tasted the good word of the Most High, and the powers of the world to come, the powers, the spiritual powers of the world to come, the kingdom. If they shall fall away, if they fall away, you want to leave the truth? You want to find some other way, or dip and dab this way? He already told you, if you lukewarm, he's going to spew you out of his mouth. Out of his mouth will come a sharp sword. He's going to kill you. That's why I say I don't think people really understand, if you still have a religious type of mindset, what it is that you really been called into. Because once you've been called into this, you got to change. And we constantly changing and not remaining the same. You're constantly changing. As you study and you say, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. You got to learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. You got to look like an Israelite. You got to talk like an Israelite. You got to be an Israelite. To represent. If they shall fall away, many people have left the truth, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds that I can imagine. From all these years I've been in, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucify to themselves. When you leave, you crucify to yourselves. You put a Mashiach on the tree. You hang him on the tree, the Son of the Most High, afresh. You hear that? What is your judgment going to be? You crucifying a Mashiach Yahushua. Each one of them that have left the truth and out there doing whatever they doing. I ain't telling people say, I'm still in the truth. Yeah, what you doing? Prove it. Listen, that's what I say. If they shall fall away, to renew them again. Remember, say when you leave or you start doing evil, that evil spirit that came out of you, say, hey, come on, partners. You'll get spirits that's more wicked than his, a complete number, and come up in you. That's what the Most High said. You got to seek him 10 times more. But a lot of y'all up there doing sins and sin after sin after sin after sin in this world, and you still think the Most High ain't going to deal with you. And when he deal with you, now you subject to being in the hands of the Most High. To be able to think the Father's in the hands of living power. We in Hebrews tell you that. Hebrews 10:31, man. He said, if they fall away, they leave this truth, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucified to themselves the Son of the Most High afresh, right there on the spot. When you leave, you crucify a Mashiach Yahushua yourself. You're responsible for killing him and put him to an open shame. He coming to judge. He the one's going to be the judge, sitting in the judgment seat, judging according to the power of the Most High. You better be glad he's there. Fan them flames away from you. Most High is a consuming fire. But you put a Mashiach Yahushua to an open shame when you don't do what's right. And the Most High calls you to learn this, to be a part with him. Revelation 12 and 15. Revelation 12 and 15. We got a lot to do. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. The serpent, this entity that the Most High using as the serpent, who is, we know in verse 12 is, 9 it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. All these are the same. But what color is the dragon? Verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven on this earth, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. So that's the 7 leading empires of the Edomite nation. The Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russian, the British. Sing it with me. The Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russians, the British. We can sing it again. The Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish, the French, the Russians, the Germans, the Russians, the British. So, but they all red, right? And the 10 horns are the EEC, the European Economic Community, or the European Community, or now they call it NATO. So now, and if he wanted you to just read this and understand what I just gave you, why didn't he say it? Because it's for everybody. And it's still going to be like whack, 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 whack to those that he don't want to hear. You're going to go in one ear and out the other ear. What? I heard that, but you're going one ear out the other ear. So now we know that the dragon is what color? Red. So when you go to verse 9, it's saying the great dragon, who was what color? Red, was cast out. That old serpent, so the old serpent had to be what? Red. Called the devil, so the devil had to be what? Red. And Satan had to be what? Red. All these things are called the same, which deceiveth the whole world, see? Deceive the whole world, lie to the whole world. Now, when you go to Genesis 25:25, it says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So they all fit into the same category of being red, okay? So now we go into Revelation 12 down to verse 15. It says, and the serpent, who is red, characteristics of the serpent, crafty, slick, cunning, sleekly, and all that. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood. These are lies. Remember to see the whole world? After the woman. The woman represent who? The Israelites. Jeremiah 6:2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely, beautiful, and delicate woman. Symbolically. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, if he wants you to understand this, can't you read it and understand it? Y'all gonna put some dang on a serpent running around there, his mouth, water coming out of the serpent's mouth, just flowing out of the serpent's mouth, right? And a woman, it's chasing a woman with water coming out of his mouth, right? That makes sense. So it just let you know he don't want everybody to know this. And it's not for everybody, but this point that I'm bringing in this lesson, it fits because it's saying the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood. That's lies. And he said to see the whole world with lies. After the woman, which is the Israelites. That he might cause her, the Israelite, to be carried away of the flood, of the lies. Be carried away of the lies. That's why you believe everything. I mean, look how people, they believe in Christmas. They believe in Santa Claus coming down the chimney they don't have. They believe in speaking in tongues. They don't know what they're saying. They say they Gentiles and they Israelites. They've been grafted in. Don't know who they've been grafted in with, what nation they grafted in among. Ask these questions. You'll see. You know, they don't know nothing. What they know. Most I say they destroyed for lack of knowledge because they forgot the law of the Most High. Point blank. So you got all these floods. False religions, false education, lies and false philosophies and so forth. All these things might cause her to be carried away of the flood of the lies. But verse 16, and the earth helped the woman. The earth helped us by opening up his mouth and the earth opened her mouth. You see, the earth opened up her mouth, as you see in archaeology and anthropology and geography and history and the Bible prophecies and the things that we know concerning the truth. It's in the earth. The earth is helping us. I just seen where they they found in London, in England, I'll say, Septimius Severus, a black man that ruled, as a matter of fact, took down the Roman Empire, a Roman general, a Roman Israelite general. Took him down, and it was so powerful because he was showing books that we have of Caesar Borgia, excuse me, not Caesar Borgia, but Septimius Severus family. They melanated people just like us. Looking just like, he looked just like me or any other brother that's an Israelite. And I never seen this picture. He shot it through. It was a picture that showed him just the way he looked, because they have this white, they whitewashed everything, and they had this white image of him, but he showed him actually how he looked, and he was brown skinned like me. He was brown skinned brother, and he didn't look like no Hamite. They can say anybody came. We came from Africa, but we ain't no Hamites, because we came from a land that's not who we are. That don't mean nothing. You see, we ran into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slaughter and slavery in 70 AD. So we was there for many thousands of years. We still there. You see what I'm saying? So, but I've never seen that picture. I mean, it was clear as day on YouTube. So a lot of this, like I say, and the earth helped the woman, helped the Israelites, and he was digging up a certain part in London. And it was a sister there, and she put her gloves, said she couldn't, get her fingernails dirty. So she put on gloves. Had to dig up a lot of things that he was digging up, but he said she couldn't take anything else. The police arrested her. But they found little baby shoes and little soles of baby shoes and all these things, man. They was digging up as he was, right there interviewing, and he showed where Caesar Borgia looked just like a brother. Right over here in the hood, wherever. Straight up. So the earth opened her mouth, plus all the many things that we could see. Like a lot of us, Israelites don't know about the Wichita that own from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to Canada, all those states. You see, they don't know anything about that because they ain't studied that. Leaders didn't tell you that. That's why you need to check into that. These are the things that we found out through research. And matter of fact, the Supreme Court gave them 65,000 acres of land. Matter of fact, the Empress, Verdiasi Turner, she had her own, she owned Louisiana. They was planning for the water bill, the electric bill, the gas bill, and all that. And all of a sudden, she had her own compound and everything. All of a sudden, she ended up with a stroke. Old lady, they tied her up, chained her up like they do us. And she ended up having a stroke. It never was the same since then. I wonder where they put her in history. Look her up. Kin to Nat Turner. See, when you understand Nat Turner, since we talk about the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the lies, Nat Turner, they took us off our land and made us slaves here in America. They took us off our land and made us slaves. Everybody that come from Africa, understand this. They took us off our land and sold us to Europe. They sold us from Europe to Africa, from Africa to America. But from here to somewhere else. And here, making us slaves. We the indigenous people, the aboriginal people of this world. Right here. In America. And that's what is being told in a book she wrote. She was the mayor of Monroe, Louisiana. Wichita. Called the Ancient Ones. But a lot of Israelites don't know anything about this because they wasn't privileged to this history. But we own from Gulf of Mexico all the way to Canada. All those states have a seat in the United Nations, but it's void, it's vacant. Have the, what would you call it, the the record, I'll say, of Christopher Columbus when he came here, because he was a historian. He was a bad sister. I'll give her props where props belong. And she was able to go into, between her grandmother, she worked as a, you know, housekeeper or whatever. She was able to get a lot of information too. Like the mound builders, that's what they are. The largest pyramid in America is in America, not Egypt, but it's in Mississippi. It's a mound. It's a big mound. And certain things, like they didn't know, was like, this truth has been hid from a lot of people. They didn't know, it wasn't put together that we were just the Israelites. But it was written in this book about how the Most High told us to build the altars. And that's what these mounds, because you understand, you have to understand that a lot of things have been taken away from us because we are who we are. And when the Most High said He's going to bring the works of the heathen and they shall, possess our houses and so forth, they took over our lands. All lands. When they started to conquer, they took over everything. And they took this knowledge away from the majority of the people. Just bred them for slave labor. So, but they own all this land, pretty much. All, like I say, from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to Canada. And it said that they're the ones that defeated Custer.